Got my coffee, ready to fight some witches. I'm Professor Voqas, and this is Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
Here at my special assignments, you can see where I currently stand. We actually did do a bunch of challenges. I actually helped my sister move yesterday within town, so it wasn't like a distance thing. It was more just a time thing. So I didn't have a lot of time to play, but I did have time to do challenges. And 10 out of 15 Dark Witches, actually. I managed to see just Dark Witches here and there. Keep in mind, there's 4 possible things that could spawn. I don't know if they're evenly distributed, but it means every time I click on one, I feel like I have about a 25% chance of it being a witch. I almost feel like I've been a little lucky, though, to get those 10. I feel like I've gotten more witches. Maybe it's just because I'm excited about getting the witches. Let's go ahead and collect the rewards, though. Silver key from the 7500 Wizarding experience. I actually put a Brufios on for some of the challenges, and then went up to the higher chambers, Dark 5, Dark 4, Dark 3. Wherever people were, I just went into those. Because that can get you a pretty big chunk, like 1,000 or 2,000 easily with the Brufios. 15 foes, got that for sure, running a bunch of things. So we do need the witches, and then actually let's go over to the, I know that's not a witch, I've already hit that over there. Let's go to the registry though and go to the event page, and I'll just show you where I stand. We do have to place some images later, and if you look, I have 3 images ready. I've got the wizard, the witch, and then I got the stone hand. I ran some fortresses till I got those 3 fragments. So I'll place those 3, and then I'll need 2 more. It'll probably be from fortresses, because if we go over to port keys, my port keys, you see all these ready ones? Those are the open skiving snack box, and I have 3 more of those still to walk, and then 1 of those brilliants. So I don't know if I'm going to ever end up walking brilliant port keys or not. Oh, and potions. We have to brew 10 potions. I have, you can see right here, 4 ready to go. I'm not going to collect them, though, so when I get to that step, bonus challenges, I can just collect all 4, and then I'll need 6 more. I'm just going to queue up 4 more. So it'll take some time, but I'll get it. All right. Well, I am at Walnut Street Park. Oh, that's a new one, though. It's not what I need. And I really have no use for it right now. I don't need the family experience, I guess, for ranking up, maybe, but I'm not really worried about that. So I am going to walk around Walnut Street Park here, try to refill on energy. I'm down to 171 out of 235 from the challenges. It drained it a little bit. Gain some energy back, and just hope to see 5 more Dark Witches, and then we can move on to the 4th set of tasks. It took me a full 30 minutes on a tonic for trace detection, but we finally did get done. And honestly, the tonic did not produce a lot of brilliant foundables for this event anyway. It was just producing other things. So not really helping me there. And man, it is so many to click on, and clicking out and back in and trying to figure out, because they keep moving around, and trying to figure out if you've checked, because I didn't want to have to go and clear out all of the other brilliant foundables because it uses energy, trying to just concentrate on witches, but ended up getting the witches I needed. So let's go ahead and collect that and get the snowdrop. 10 snowdrop, nice. And some wizarding experience, family experience, 5 restricted section books, and 10 spell energy. And moving on to the 4th set of tasks. So now it's a little bit of grinding. I say a little bit because it's the 7500 wizarding experience from traces on the map. So you do have to just go out and return foundables, which I'm about to throw Brufios on, throw a tonic on, and really do my favorite thing to do, which is just return traces, not events, not anything else, just a normal session. Place 5 brilliant Borgin and Burke's page images in the registry. We're about to place 3 of them. And then 15 mysterious note pieces by returning brilliant Darkness Rising traces, which means then now I do have to just go after all of those and use the energy and fight them, and then hope I get note pieces back from them. So the first thing we'll do, let's go over and place the 3 images. We should definitely do that. Oh my gosh, I had some rank ups in the regular registry and then on the event page as well. So let's go ahead and place these images. I'm sure Harry and Constance and maybe Hermione have things to say. So let's place the wizard first, because I got him first. Makes the most sense. Lots to say, and it is Hermione. The more I consider Grimm's involvement in this surge, the more illogical the notion becomes. Grimm's parents died at the hands of Death Eaters in the Second Wizarding War. Why would he influence the Calamity to snatch dark wizards, knowing full well what they're capable of? It's hard to wrap your head around, isn't it? Perhaps he felt he had no choice, or he has less control over these surges than we thought. I hope you're right, Constance. I shudder to think what would happen if a truly dark wizard was able to manipulate the Calamity. Well, there you go. That's 1 image down. Let's go ahead and place the witch, the wizard with the witch. It seems to go hand in hand. Poisonous candles. Of all, see, now I did hear about this. We just placed a dark witch. And it's talking about the poisonous candles. They've, again, not had someone looking over someone else's work to just double check that everything is correct. So this starts out, I think, about the, no, it's completely the poisonous candle one. Of all the dark artifacts, I find them revolting, lighting one, expecting to be blah, 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 winding up, breathing toxic fumes, despicable. And then it kicks over to what the Dark Witch's actual, verbiage was on this. And those with nowhere else to turn, there's something you ought to know. After the search for Penelope was called off, Grimm was devastated. He purchased a cursed quill from Borgin and Burke's with the intent of cursing Harry. Fortunately, I found out and I was able to talk him out of it. Whoa. Merlin's beard. How am I just now hearing about this? That's Constance. Because I covered the whole incident up. No one got hurt, so I told Grimm that no one need know. The poor man was beside himself with grief. He wasn't thinking straight. He'd suffered enough losing Penelope. I didn't want to see him lose his freedom and children too. I hope he had learned from the mistake, but now I fear he's gone and done something that can't be taken back. Yeah, so it started out as a poisonous candle, and then it shifted over to the actual Dark Witch. But then all they didn't really talk about Dark Witches. They just talked about Grimm and Penelope and Cursed Quill from Borgin and blah, blah, blah. So let's put the stone hand down. Third image down. The more I see of this surge, the more I'm convinced that the witch or wizard behind it is after something that either is or was at Borgin and Burke's. But what are they looking for? And perhaps more pressingly, why do I feel so compelled to give this giant stone hand a high five? So a little bit of seriousness, a little bit of humor there. My plan right now to get those last two images is not to get 20 of a snatcher or a poacher or any of that stuff, for sure. I'm going to collect this energy. I need it. I'm going to go ahead and get on the night bus right now. I'm going to run a bunch of fortresses. I'm going to try to go ahead and get 3 fragments. We'll place that, and then I'm going to get another 3 fragments. I'm going to place that. And then we'll go ahead and do the grind for the mysterious notes and for just getting 7,500 wizarding experience. So let's go ahead and hit the night bus first. Before I got on the night bus, I actually decided to hit just a couple of these brilliant oddities around because I figured I should clear them out. Go ahead and do the night bus, and then more would probably spawn. Anyway, I got a mysterious note piece off the very first one, so this popped up, didn't want to miss it. Look, the Calamity has delivered us another fragment of a note. Perhaps once we find all the pieces, we'll get an answer as to who's behind this surge and why. And that's it. But that's okay. So now I hit that. Now we're going to go back to the night bus and hit all those fortresses and place those images. My camera battery cut off right at the end of that last clip, so I was just going to do fortresses if that wordage didn't get in there to get those fragments to place those images. But also I got this right here, you can see, three-headed dog. It was right after I finished the fortresses I came out, before I could start any of the camera or anything, that popped up, so I went ahead and hit it right away. Didn't throw a trace charm on it, it didn't feel like it was that necessary. But it got me a good chunk toward the wizarding experience, but I don't have a Brufios on yet, which would have been nice to have that. Even bigger chunk. Anyway, it took me 10 fortresses. Let's go over it then. Go ahead and look at that. So place 4 out of 5, or place 5. I got 4 out of 5. I'm ready to place that 5th. So 6 fragments out of 10 fortresses, 60%. I was in Ruins 5 and Tower 1. So that percentage actually works out pretty well for where it should be. So I was pretty happy with that. Although I will say the first 3 fortresses I did, I got nothing. So it kind of evened itself out as we went along. So anyway, we're going over to the registry, going to the event page, placing the stone hand one more time. Yeah, I'm sure I have rank up. Did get some wizarding experience from the fortresses. So yeah, place the stone hand, which will get me my 5th image. 5 out of 5. Let's back out, go back over and go ahead and collect that reward. 1 spell book. Not entirely useful for me right now. Again, holding on to them for future professor lessons. Not that I've got Aura or Magizoologist maxed out or anything. I'm just going to save now at this point and just really mainly just be a professor and then not complain that I don't do a lot of damage. I promise you that. Anyway, so you see I got 700 out of 7,500 because I did actually hit a couple Dark Witches as well. Just as they spawned up, I figured I should get it now instead of doing fortresses and having it kind of sit there and go to waste. So I have 2 mysterious note fragments. So far I'm 50%. 4 oddities, 2 mysterious notes out of those. So let's back out. So here I am. I've got all this stuff around me. Definitely get some wizarding experience. I'm going to throw a Brufios on, throw a tonic on, and then just hit every probably oddity and essentially beam that I see. I probably won't even go after the regular foundables because there's enough of the other stuff already. So let's go ahead and hit all that, get the 7,500, get the mysterious note pieces, and move on to the bonus tasks. Quick check-in because I collected enough mysterious note pieces to get another message from Constance. We've managed to recover multiple pieces of this note now, but I can't make rune spore heads or krupp tails of what's written on it. Interesting. It looks like some sort of runic script. I don't recognize it, but I bet my wand Hermione here does. Curious, this appears to be a ciphered message. It seems to employ a runic alphabet of sorts. Will you be able to decode it once we've found all the pieces, Hermione? Possibly, but this code is awfully elaborate. Whoever wrote this note clearly didn't want just anyone reading it, which begs the question, if the note wasn't intended for us, as I suspect it wasn't, who was it for? And there you go. So 5 out of 15, which probably means when I get to 10 out of 15, another one, which then it won't sneak up on me. Each of these times it keeps sneaking up and the message pops up. But if you look, experience-wise, I'm less than 500 away. I knew that would go pretty quickly. Did you see, I got that tank of brains, which I do need for that registry page because I did all the other stuff. So that was good. Unfortunately, it was on a tonic for trace detection, but I still threw a trace charm on it, got 2 fragments from that one. It just didn't clone itself. But I did get that Fred also. Was it Fred or a George? One of those 2 brothers. I got that. Got it from the trace charm. It gave me that emergency as well. So still 10 more notes and just a little bit of wizarding. So mainly I'm just going to focus on the notes now, which means we'll probably get back together when I'm 10 out of 15 and we get another message. And then 15 out of 15 we'll get the final thing. All right, let's keep going. All right, just took her out. I'm at 4 out of 5 notes toward 10. So if I get one here, that should be the 5th one. It is. There we go. It was quite a challenge, but I managed to translate your note. The contents are troubling, to say the least. In it, Lethifold details to Bargist, 2 names, both code names. Oh, there you go. I'm assuming how they successfully used the Calamity to obtain some artifact that had been once passed through Borgin and Burks. Hey. It's as I feared then. Others have discovered how to manipulate the Calamity. Did the note give any indication as to what that artifact is or what they want it for? Lethifold mentions something about the artifact possibly being what they need to bring them back and see their noble mission through. Uncomfortably cryptic, isn't it? Sounds like a vanishing cabinet to me, but I've just recalled why Bargist sounded so familiar. That's what my muggle granddad called the ghostly black dog that supposedly haunted the churchyard he lived beside. Sounds rather like our omen of death, the Grim, doesn't it? Hold on, Grim? Could this letter have been intended for Grim Folly? I'll admit, it seems like more than just a coincidence, but if Grim is the Bargist in this letter, then not only is he manipulating the Calamity, he's got others doing the same. So now we got to get to 15 out of 15, and I'll assume at that point we'll get another message from them, and we'll get to finish, because I'm pretty sure, let's look, yeah, I've definitely got the 7,500 Wizarding Experience. Let's go ahead and collect that and get the spell book. All right, let's go ahead and get those last 5 notes. There's the note we needed right there. That was number 15. So anybody gonna pop up for this one? All right, so no pop-up there at least. Let's go ahead and collect this. Maybe they'll pop up when I collect this, but wasn't sure if there was gonna be a final translation or something like that. All right, for finishing the 4th set of tasks, we're gonna get the Ominous Mask fragment, which will let us place that image. 5 restricted section books, 5 defense against dark arts books, 50 gold, and 30 spell energy. I can use the spell energy. I definitely have gotten low during this particular session. Congratulations, blah, blah, blah. We'll back out. And then immediately, we've been issued more. Yay. By the way, if you go, so I'll just go to this page right here. If we go to the shop right now, I haven't even collected the complimentary gift yet because I haven't specifically needed it. Not that I haven't been low on energy, but I haven't been out of energy. But now you can see the bonus assignment bundles there. This is when that occurs. You know, the complimentary gift, I can claim it now. I'm so low on energy. I've got ingredient space, I think. And I will be brewing some potions in just a second, so that's actually pretty decent. So let's go ahead and go here. And let's go over to special assignments, brew 10 potions, blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and brew 10 potions. And by brew, I mean let's collect the 4 I already have. And let's go ahead and queue up 4 more. Oh my gosh, I am missing things. Arrgh. Well, I got 2 healing potions I can definitely do. So I'm going to start with the 2 healing potions, and I'm going to get some REM blood to make sure I can do some extimulos before those healing potions are done. That is my next plan. There we go. By the way, any of the ones that pinch out or pinch in, even though the arrow's in a specific direction, it actually doesn't matter. If it's horizontal, you can do it vertically. As long as it's, if you go out to in or in to out, just do what it says from that respect as opposed to the, you know, which direction. Half the time I'm doing it diagonal just because that's the way my hand position is. Anyway, so that should, let's go ahead and back out. Yeah, it's going to try to give me the banners. We're going right special assignments. So 4 out of 10. I have the other 2 queued. I'm going to pick up REM blood so I can go ahead and do extimulos. Although, again, I don't plan on finishing this till tomorrow anyway. So I might even put some tonic for trace detections and just do master notes and go from there. But 45 Brilliant Event, Darkness Rising, Family Foundables. Any extimulo and Wizarding Challenge 10 times. We're just going to go in and do some challenges. 1 Wizarding Challenge in our highest chamber. And then the 5 port keys by unlocking Portman 2. If we look at my port keys, I have a bunch ready, but I am in the middle of walking this one, so in half a kilometer, I will unlock it and get credit toward 1 of those 5. And then I'll go ahead and throw it in that brilliant one, and I'll probably get 4 more brilliant ones, I'm guessing. You might as well have an even number, because then I'll get 5 fragments, and I can place that image again, because after the bonus tasks, I'll actually be able to do it anyway, so I'll get to place it twice at that point, if I do brilliant port keys. I'm going to open up those port keys, but it's not essential at the moment. That is going to do it for today. I'm surprised that the Dark Witch took me the longest. I really did think the Mysterious Notes would take me longer, but I guess because you could get anything. By the way, for almost all of that, I actually stayed in that same spot that I was sitting down the last time we checked in. I actually was able to stay in that spot, and things just kept spawning. I did have a tonic running, of course, but it wasn't even necessarily on the tonic. It was just enough inns in that fortress and greenhouse right there that, man, stuff just kept popping up, which was great because I could stay in one spot. Not that I'm lazy and won't walk. I'll totally walk. But when you're walking and holding the camera, it is a lot harder to do things quickly. When you're sitting and I can just set the camera down, I can actually burn through foundables pretty quickly. I used strong extimulos a couple times to catch harder foundables, and then just translate that into going to an oddity, knowing, hey, this will take me less hits. I'll get to actually maybe finish a witch in 3 hits if I get like a crit or something like that. So that was useful to do that to speed things up a little. But I was trying to save my extimulos, knowing I had to use 10 of them during the bonus tasks, although I knew I had those 4 queued up, so, you know, I knew I didn't need too many, and I still got a decent number of all of them, so we're good there. As always, thank you guys for watching today's video, and I will see you tomorrow to finish up those bonus tasks. Knox.